Why do we say bless you? No, no.
Yeah,
Now I'm
like
gonna
why?
learn. Oh my god, I have someone. Thank God.
It's because like in the past, I think I don't know, like it was the idea that if you sneezed, you were like your soul was coming out, and like to stop your soul from like disappearing, the other person had to say like bless you.
But
I
that's your
say, I say,
culture
I say,
and
I
that's
say,
your
bless you for a
story.
very simple reason.
Because that's a culture.
No, I don't even know what the culture is, but I know it just means, for me, it's a positive thing. It's kind of like, okay, I see you, I see that you sneezed, and bless you. I could say bless you to anyone more randomly too, because I wouldn't mind saying that. I think it's like a positive thing. So I don't
Then
need to really
because
know the
it's a
reasons behind.
culture. Because people are used to saying that.
It's a culture, but I guess
Yeah, because in
like,
Nepal I used
yeah.
to not say bless you, but that's only because
That's what I
people
mean.
don't expect bless you. But here, when you don't bless people, I feel I would bless people here.
I don't say bless you
I
actually.
don't. Because I'm not used to it and I don't understand
And
what
it's-
I would be saying that for.
You know, it's like if someone starts coughing, right? You're not weird for saying like, "Hey, you good?" And bless you is sort of like that for
Like
sneezing.
imagine like when I'm in America and I see a person passing by, I try to say hey or hi, or like if I'm in the park, and like if I didn't do the same thing in Nepal, it'd be fine. So maybe it is cultural, but it's also something. I'm like, okay, people here expect a hi, or if I didn't say something, it'd be rude. So I don't do it. But I know in back home in Nepal, they wouldn't mind because they don't expect it.
The thing is, yes, I agree. I want to do something not just because I'm expected to do it. I want to understand why I would be saying bless you. Like, I don't want to just pray. I want to pray with intention. Let's say, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like even back home, culture. My culture has everybody praying the Buddhist mantra.
Yeah.
But I was very reluctant to pray because I did not know the meanings. If you want me to pray, you gotta make me, not you gotta make me, but give me something that I would be interested and willing to learn. You cannot just expect people to follow something without creating an environment in which you're encouraging them to explore these.
But I think that could also mean that you have to understand every single thing you do sometimes, and the truest meanings. Like, why do we shake hands? I don't know why we shake hands.
Just
I don't know the
no,
physical
I'm
reason
not
behind it.
talking when I say knowing, I'm not talking about knowing it in the painful details. I'm not saying, oh, what does bless you mean?
No, yeah. So why do we shake hands? Like we all shake hands. So just tell me the simple reason why we shake hands.
For me, I shake hand because sometimes I don't want to do it, but like because of culture, I'm also used to doing certain gestures, right? That's why I shake hand. But
But you
with
shake
bless
hands
you-
and bless you. It's the same thing, though.
But
both
in
of
my
them are
culture, I
cultural.
did not say bless you, which is why I'm not used to it.
So only it's because you were.
Probably.
So shaking hands was more cultural even in like Myanmar. So you do it, but bless you don't do it because it was not in Myanmar.
Yes and no. Because let's see.
Because there are so many silly things that we do, and there's really
So
no
that's
reason.
why-
Like what's a
Tipping
fist
in
bump?
America, right? Like tipping
What's
is
a
not a
fist
thing
bump,
in
bro?
the UK, and I understand the cultural need for
It's
it
nothing,
in the
bro.
US.
It's
That's
not-
why
but
the
I
cultural,
still-
like,
But like-
I understand the need for tipping, but
Okay, but like, why does something have to be practiced just because you?
My mom would
understand
say
it?
no. She does not know the reason for tipping. She would
But-
say,
I
"Mention
mean
it
that's,
is
I mean she's not living.
Does a cultural like practice need to have a justification behind it in order for you to still respect it?
Yes. So I
For
would
me,
say
it's different from.
I say bless you regardless. I don't need to understand it to do it.
For me, it's like, it's either I understand it, then I more like if I understand it and I agree with what I understand, then I'll do it. But sometimes it's just accepting. Like if I feel like I just don't want to accept this, let's say I don't know what it is, bless you for example, then I just don't do it. I don't. It's not because there's a reason or there's no reason or whatever. I just
So it's also a feeling.
yeah. It's just a feeling like I don't think for me.
It
It
doesn't
may
feel.
yeah. It doesn't.
Feel natural maybe.
It's I don't feel the need or I don't feel I don't feel encouraged to do it. Let's say, for example, dressing up. It's one of the things I don't like. You know.
Really?
have talked about this.
Yeah, it's I don't really do it much. Monte Carlo I did, but yesterday I was supposed to dress up for my performance. I didn't, and they were all like, "Why?" I'm like, I just I just don't think it makes any sense for me, or I just don't agree with it in that sense. So I don't do it. So I think it's not only because I understand or
Okay.
whatever.
that
It's
makes
just
sense.
Yeah.
things piling up. That's
Yeah. Not completely the same, but sometimes I do understand as well.
it. Hmm.
But I don't want. There are also things that I don't do because, well, it's very similar. I don't feel it.
Okay.
For wait, what was the example that I was thinking? Like for me, not with that thing, but I I do things because I want to, and it's more of a gut feeling. It's not really tied to what is expected of
Okay,
me
that's good then.
or what other people want.
Hmm.
Like I have this gut feeling, I don't know where it comes from. For example, I do this thing where when I go down to fill water, I always ask other people if they want their water as well.
Hmm.
And I don't do it because it's expected. It's not a culture back home either.
Hmm.
It's just I just want to know if it's not even my brain is not even thinking, "Oh, if I do this, I will get this."
Hmm.
I'm not thinking about other consequences either. Right now, I'm going down, and if they needed water, I could have just got it for them as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what I would say. I'm a very intuition oriented person, and some might say that it's not good,
Mhm.
especially if you're used to like rationalizing or like reasoning.
Hmm.
But for me, I have a lot of trust around my gut feeling.
Hmm.
Because I have a healthy relationship with it.
Okay, so then I would say to saying bless you when you sneeze is like a way of just like acknowledging someone. And
Yes, sir.
you know, like if it's just like you were saying, like you want to get like ask them if they want some water when you're going there,
Mhm.
you're like acknowledging them as a person
Mhm.
that could need water.
Yeah.
You're not doing it because you're like, oh, if I get water for them, then they'll owe me this, and then
Mhm.
they'll get water for me next time.
Mhm.
You're doing it because you're a social person,
Mhm.
and you're acknowledging their needs,
Yeah.
and you know you're gonna do it, so you're gonna help them out, right?
For the same reason you open
Yeah.
doors or you keep doors
Yeah,
open
yeah,
for
yeah.
everyone.
Right, right.
Okay, for example,
And
when
like,
I sneeze,
When you sneeze, I can't do anything to stop your sneeze from happening. But I can
Like-
acknowledge
No,
that
you
you
can,
have
bro.
sneezed. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
why don't
Death.
we?
Cause a sneeze is quite violent, right? Like some people have like a achoo, and other people are literally screaming the house down, right? And like sometimes you just want to like if someone just shouts loudly, right? You wouldn't just like acknowledge, just be like, okay then, like and then they're like, okay, cool. You might want to ask like, hey, are you good? And like a sneeze is effectively that. I would say you're normalized to not even recognize a sneeze as something to acknowledge.
Yes.
Why?
So if you are normalized in culture, your gut feeling would tell you this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Wow,
But like,
interesting
why
topic.
do